Hey Nancy Drew fans! We're back for a special edition, The Haunting of Castle Malloy. This game is the 19th installment in the Nancy Drew video game series created by Her Interactive. First, a full confession. Other than Rock Band, I don't really play any video games, so when Her Interactive asked me if I wanted to review a game, I said absolutely, without an understanding of what I was really getting into. The game includes two playing options, a junior and senior level detective. I jumped right in at the senior level, a choice which pretty much just came back to haunt me. The story premise is a fun one. Nancy's invited by her old friend Malloy to come to a castle in Ireland to be the maid of honor in her wedding. We jump right into the mystery when Nancy's driving down a dark country road. Right outside of the castle, a ghostly wailing creature runs in front of her car, causing her to swerve into a ditch. When she gets to the castle, she learns that Kyler's fiancé Matt is missing, and she very quickly gets different accounts of what caused the disappearance. Kyler thinks that Matt is playing a practical joke. Grisly old caretaker Donald Delaney says that he's been taken by fairies, and Matt's best friend Kit says that he got cold feet and left. The game nicely captures two features of almost every book in the original series: frequent danger and Nancy's ability to put together seemingly random clues. Potentially fatal accidents include drowning in a bog, falling off a cliff, causing an explosion while mixing volatile chemicals, detonating a World War II-era rocket, and exploding a jetpack. Gathering the random clues, which include everything from dolls, a rocket ignition key, and printing press plates, generally requires solving a puzzle. I used to think that I was good at solving puzzles, but several of these had me wishing that I'd chosen the junior detective mode, which includes easier puzzles and some hints. That said, the puzzles are really clever and extremely satisfying to finish. One of my favorite things about Nancy Drew is that she's seemingly good at everything. In the books, she excels at tap dancing, sailing, even trick horse riding. This game requires Nancy to complete a number of tasks, and playing the game as her presented an interesting challenge for me. As Nancy, I sheared sheep, played the drums in a band, and mixed drinks at the Screaming Banshee Inn. But while completing the tasks, and throughout the game really, I couldn't help feeling that Nancy herself would have done a much better job. Nancy's flying solo during this mystery, and we only get moments with Ned, Bess, and George during overseas phone calls. The calls to Bess and George are a real highlight, perfectly capturing girlish, boy-crazy Bess and sporty, adventurous George. There's even a making fun of Bess moment when Bess has to hold the call for a moment while she's checking out a beefcake walking by at a swimming party. I would have loved more from Bess and George, and it also seems strange that there's no villain in the story. The game wraps up rather suddenly with a big finish that seems a little out of place for the Irish countryside, but all in all the game is a really nice addition to the world of Nancy Drew. I'd like to try another one. If you have a suggestion on which one I should play, please leave it in the comments.